so sick of this weekend. I don't even want to hear.
Welcome back to This Takes the Cake. I'm Dallas, and we have a very special guest today. This is Alex.
Hello.
Hey. Hey, girl. Alex just bought our, do you say bought or just started?
I would say joined the franchise.
She joined the franchise. She is the owner of Vail and Aspen in Colorado, which is amazing.
So fun.
Another place that we get to visit.
Yes.
And I know
come.
even more of a reason.
Yeah.
Alex and I are going to talk today about something super fun. We actually interned together in 2020. So I know what you're thinking. How did you have an internship in 2020?
We almost didn't.
We almost didn't. Yeah. So we're going to go through that. We're going to talk a little bit more about you and all things Vail and Aspen.
Oh my goodness.
And then, we're going to talk about COVID. So buckle in for some PTSD. So tell us a little bit about how you got to be in Colorado, how you got there, what your journey to start S&B there.
Yeah.
Because we always stayed connected. So
Right.
you were never not S&B in my head.
I know. I think for the longest time I even had Dallas S&B in my phone.
Oh, I still have Alex S&B in my phone. It worked out as manifesting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I got to Colorado. I had always dreamed of living there, since I was little. I've always wanted to
very
live
your
in Colorado.
vibe.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And my family and I are really big skiers. It's just kind of like some families take beach trips. We take ski trips.
Yeah.
And so every year we go out to Colorado and I'm like.
It's okay. My microphone, I complain about my microphone. And so Peyton put it where I wanted it. And now I see why she told me not to do that. Because now I can't see Alex. But whatever, I'm not going to complain. Okay, keep going.
But we went out to Colorado. I was kind of in an in-between. I had just graduated college.
Yeah, that awkward stage where you don't know what you're doing.
Right,
Do I want to go to grad school?
Exactly, yeah. Didn't want to pay to go to grad school. Didn't know what I wanted to do in grad school.
Yeah.
So I moved to Colorado. No,
yeah, same.
We went out on vacation for a ski trip. And I was applying for jobs while I was out there because I'd always wanted to live there. So I was like, what the heck, why not?
Yeah,
and
literally.
I got a job through my application process and turned around and moved out 2 months later.
Love it.
So here we are. Been there for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And absolutely loving it.
When you got there, were you doing wedding planning, or what were you doing?
I wasn't doing wedding planning, but I was doing events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you hate not doing S&B events?
I did. I did hate it.
It is
it's
weird.
Different. Yeah,
it
it's
is.
not the same.
You're following someone else's rules, and with S&B, you get a certain amount of freedom to do how your brain thinks.
Right.
Obviously, with guidelines and
right.
Doing someone else's corporate, especially.
Yeah, corporate, man.
Not the vibe.
Don't get me started on the corporate,
man. Not fun at all. But it got you there, and now we have S&B.
And
there.
it was a great experience, and I love it. I wouldn't change it, other than maybe joining S&B faster. But
there you go. Whatever.
I remember texting you one day from my desk and being like, Dallas,
oh my God, yeah.
Come back to S&B.
No, literally. I was like, come back.
Yeah.
I'm here. Hey. So do you remember how we met?
I remember, did we call or Zoom call or something? Yeah.
We did a Zoom. So COVID kind of happened. We were both in college. We were both in our senior year?
Going in this summer between junior and senior year.
Yes, the summer between junior and senior year. And I guess it was spring break was when schools shut down.
Yes.
And we went home for spring break, and then we didn't go back.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
And in that time, I think both of us had already been accepted for our internships for S&B. And Sarah was like, hey, can you guys hop on a call? Or a Zoom or something.
Something, yeah.
And at first I was nervous because I was like, oh, she's going to cancel it.
I know.
Our internship's over, and I wanted to get out. I was only home for 2 weeks, and I was ready to get out. So I was nervous, and I'm sure you were the same thing. And I think when we got on there, Sarah was like, so are you guys comfortable with coming here still? And we were like, yeah. And she was like, okay, cool. So we're going to set up your email.
Yep.
And we jumped right into it. So, and then I remember after that, I think we called each other personally. And we talked about it.
Yeah.
And we talked about, I don't remember what we talked about. Probably just being excited or
I think we were both really excited, and we were talking about what stuff we were bringing, and I think where we were living.
Yep.
And you were living with your grandparents.
Yep. I was.
And Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, I mean, I feel like we were just trying to get to know each other. I
Yeah.
remember, do you remember the notepad that I bought you?
Yes, yes. And I had she got me a keychain that said, it only fell off very recently.
Really?
Yes, I had it for a long time on my keys. But it was a little Gemini. It was a little leather.
Yes.
Purple
yes,
leather
yes,
Gemini
yes,
because
yes, yes.
she knew I went to a purple school. And I'm a Gemini.
Yes.
And she got it for me when she was in. For context, by the way, we were both out of state interns coming into Myrtle
South
Beach.
Carolina, yep.
And she's from North Carolina,
Yes.
and I'm from Texas, so we both came in, and it was cute.
Yeah.
And then I remember whenever we both got to South Carolina, it was like the day before our internship started. We got lunch together.
Was that the day before, or was that after it had already started?
I don't know.
It was really close to the beginning, though.
Yeah, it was the beginning, and we went to a sushi place, and it was good.
It was really good.
It was
and
fun.
I remember sitting there, and I was nervous, because like going to a place I'd never been before, doing an internship that I had like just learned about with this girl that I had never met, and then like once we were eating lunch, I was like, this is gonna be like the best summer ever. Like,
it was fun.
It was the best.
We'll talk more about it.
Yes.
So back to Valent Aspen before we jump right into our whole summer.
Yes.
What trends are you kind of seeing happen in Valent Aspen? Because I know from personal experience, West Coast moves faster in trends than we do here.
Right.
We have a lot of like classic things that happen every single wedding. I mean, like people are very traditional here, and we have some newer stuff too. But like, I feel like the West Coast really, they know what's up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think theme-wise for trends, I would say it's very rustic cowboy right now. Like
very Western.
Yellowstone came out, and I mean it's been out for a while.
My husband loves that show.
Yeah, it's good.
I do too.
It's good.
I like it.
You can't complain. But everybody wants the hats, and everybody wants the branded leather.
I told her if she has a wedding that. First of all, it would be a big wedding. Yeah. Not if you have a wedding. When you have a wedding that is big enough that there is a guy making live hats for all the guests or a lady, whatever, please have me come. I will work for free. I just want to go. I just want to experience it because I know it'll be a really cool. Like, I love the Western vibe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's a big thing out there. I've got 4 hanging on my wall at home.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't doubt it. Same, but
yeah, so definitely the rustic cowboy. I think, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a trend, but or like a fad in the sense of it's going to come and go, but everybody wants to do outside in the mountains, but with scenery like that, you can't not do it outside like that.
No. I doubt you're going to be inside much, girl.
there aren't really many inside venues anyways.
So are there venues that have an inside for reception, or is it mostly you have to tent it and everything?
No, the few that are popping up into my mind have like a barn type reception area. Yeah. I mean, it's nicer than like a barn, Yeah,
it's like a cute vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're going to be doing a lot of tents, I feel. Yeah, I feel it in your future.
I'm sure. Yes, we've got a lot of cool ones out there, though, so it's okay.
Good. I saw one when I was in Hilton Head a couple weeks ago helping Sarah, who owns Hilton Head in Savannah, thank you. One of her vendors was showing me a new tent they were getting, and it was like, have you seen those, what are they called? They're like a metal church, but it's all see-through, and it just has the outline of a church basically. Oh. And it's like a greenhouse kind of thing. Oh. But it's huge, obviously. Yeah. So they just got 2 tents. One's black and one's white, and they prop it up, and it's clear. It's a clear tent, but it looks like from afar a like a chapel, invisible chapel. I don't know how to describe it. I'll just show you a photo later. Okay. Point of the story is I'm excited, and I hope that maybe they can come to Myrtle Beach.
Yes, yeah, that would be super cool.
It's really, really pretty. It's just different. It's different, and I like different. So.
And I hope that a trend that will continue is getting married at the top of the mountain during the winter and then skiing down.
Yes, I was gonna ask you.
That's what I want to do. I want to do that so bad.
Can you imagine you with your clipboard on your teal skis? Like, okay,
I actually have teal skis. Like, you do? Yes, my skis are teal.
That's awesome.
I'll put like S and B.
You're like
one's S, one's B.
I mean, I'm sure you're better than this, but I'd be doing like pizzing down the guys 5 minutes for photo. Like,
I want to do one so bad though.
Yeah. Oh, you will.
Yeah.
You
so
will.
If you want to get married at the top of Aspen or Vale, let me know. I'll ski there with you.
Yes. Oh my God, that's so cool. I would love I want to go there for that one too.
Yes.
Do you think it's going to be a lot of like destination or?
Absolutely.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have a wonderful local community.
It's not big though.
It's not big for the people that are there year round.
Yeah.
It's not big. There's not a ton of us.
There's a lot of people that own places there, go there every year.
Right. And it's like a family tradition place,
Yeah.
you know, which is great. But definitely majority destination.
I feel like winter, well, obviously winter's going to be busy for you, but like Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's going to be busy for you.
Yeah.
Aspen was a huge like trend this winter. Celebrities, obviously celebrities always go there, but like it was a big deal this winter. A lot of people thought that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber were like kicking it with everyone there. Like they were inviting everyone there.
Rihanna and Rocky were there a lot.
Yeah.
At least 3 times that I can remember.
That you have to get in with that.
I
don't know how you can, but like
I don't know either, but
please throw an event for the Kardashians or something. That'd be crazy. So did you always know that you wanted to stay in Colorado and maybe franchise there?
So I mean, I've always known that I wanted to live in Colorado, you know, but like if you would have told us back in 2020 that we would be where we are now, I'd be like, you're crazy.
Not like, possible. What do you mean?
No.
I thought, guys, for context, I thought I was going to be moving to the Netherlands after.
Also fair.
Yeah. We were both so stupid.
I know.
These are things we can't talk about on the podcast, but maybe I can. Okay, so we'll go back to the internship. How did you hear about S&B? Because I had a weird story.
Yeah. I had a really close family friend. I had a really close family friend also be an intern, I think maybe 1 or 2 summers before we were.
What was her name?
Allie?
Yes.
Yeah. And so she was telling me about it, and she's obviously a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
And so she was telling me about it, and she was like, this was the best. Like, I had so much fun, and we went to the same college. And so I, like, relied on her a lot as far as, like, that kind of, like, knowing my way around, information, that kind of stuff. And I had decided that I wanted to go into event planning, so I was chatting her up about it, and she was telling me about it, and so I applied. I don't remember. Did we apply?
I think we applied. I emailed.
Or like send in, you contact them, you know, and then I remember I had a call, and then I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same, pretty much.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to live here over the summer because I just wanted to live outside of Texas, and I always knew that. But I ended up, emailed Adelaide Castle because my mom was like, just email the venue. They have wedding planners there. She didn't know any better.
Right.
So I emailed Adelaide Castle, and they were like, we actually work with Stunning and Brilliant Events. And then they suggested another one, and I didn't even look at them because I clicked the link, and I was like, slay, I'm going here.
Right.
So then I emailed Sarah, and then same thing. We did a little interview, and then I flew here.
Yeah.
I actually drove here. That was a lot.
Yeah. I remember you and your dad came out, didn't you?
Yeah, my dad was with me for most of the summer.
Yeah.
He slays. Shout out to my dad. Love you, Dad. He really just wanted to come out and fish, honestly.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like I have lipstick on my teeth. So, thinking back, so obviously 2020 was minimal. Like, I remember Sarah and Sarah had an assistant at the time. And it was very small. Like, it was not the same as it is now.
Yeah, no, it was Sarah and
Hannah.
And then you and me.
Yep.
And that was it.
And we were in a little office.
Yeah.
And Sarah still had the amount of events we do now. She was just, I don't know how she was doing it. I really don't. But
I don't either.
Eventually, obviously, she bought another office, and now we have the big office. But in the time that we were gone, it exploded.
Oh, yeah.
I came back.
I was talking to you about that yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just so different because it used to just be the 4 of us.
Right.
And especially in 2020, like I said, she had the same amount of events she does now. She's just
only
all of us.
Right.
And they canceled. A lot of people canceled their events or just weren't hiring people because we didn't know when the pandemic was going to end.
Right.
And we didn't have nearly as many as I now know that we usually have in the summer.
Yeah.
Even though summer is still like hot as hell here, but we we have graduation parties, birthday, like so much in the summer. We had only a few weddings.
Yes.
And we would have gotten canceled like a year ago if we talked about this because it turned out being like such a bad thing to have weddings and like big events
Right.
makes sense. But at the time, we didn't.
Yeah. I mean, nobody knew what was going on.
We didn't know what was going on. It was still such the beginning phases. And in South Carolina, I know a lot of people are like, they just didn't wear masks. They didn't do anything. We didn't know.
Right.
Like, we were sheltered low-key from what was.
Right.
My mom was like, Austin, my parents live in Austin, so they were really up on what you were supposed to be doing and, like, regulations and stuff. When we were chilling here.
Yeah.
I didn't wear a mask until, like, August.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it wasn't malicious. It was just, it wasn't told.
Yeah,
it wasn't like required. And then we did have like sanitation rules, outdoor rules. Mm-hmm. So the weddings we did do were outside,
right?
Which ended up being good.
Which worked. I mean, I feel like a lot of the venues are outside anyways.
One of the weddings we had was fucking weird.
Oh.
I wasn't there because I had an ear infection and it was my 21st birthday.
Or Dallas.
Double homicide. I didn't get a drink on my 21st. I had like a sip of a cocktail just to say I did.
Yeah.
But tell us about that wedding because that was your first.
Yes, it was my first. Yeah, I remember it being so hot. Yeah. I think at one point we were standing in the wine cellar that they had in their house because it was so hot. But yeah, it was fun. It was in their backyard. So they had a tent with all their tables and stuff for reception, and it was kind of like terraced. So like very beautiful house. So the tent and all of the reception stuff was on like the first level, and then you walk down the stairs and it's just this big grass lawn that they used for the ceremony.
Beautiful.
And it was beautiful. I remember, I specifically remember walking around and I was kind of following Sarah and Hannah, and they were setting up the chairs. Or no, somebody else had already set the chairs, but they were wrong. So then I remember
always.
Sarah like set the two ends of the aisle, and then we set the rest of them. But it was definitely a big deal of like, this chair goes here, and this chair goes here, and then you have to set the rest, you know?
Yep.
And so we did that. I remember they had buried a bottle of bourbon in their
that's
backyard.
a thing here.
I didn't realize that was a thing until that happened.
Yeah. Caroline had a wedding recently that they did that. It's not as common. I feel like, I guess maybe they do it in the morning of, if they do it, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bury the bourbon and then you do you dig it up, or
you dig it up
you dig
after
it up.
this ceremony, I think.
Yeah,
but
let it marinate down there.
Right,
the red dirt.
I don't know what it does. I think it's supposed to be like a good luck charm or whatever. You know?
That's cute. It's a little southern thing.
Yeah.
But can you tell us about the weird shit that was inside of that house?
Yeah.
You can tell us.
Okay.
you know how to hold back.
Okay, cool. So we walk in, and the bride and all of the bridesmaids were getting ready in the parents' room. So it was like this big giant master bedroom, and there's a hallway leading up to the room. And as you're walking through the hallway, there are all of these pictures of them like as little girl. There's two sisters, them as little girls, and
like dressed up in different outfits,
like scarecrow or like farmer. You know, like when you like close your eyes and you think of the farmer, and then the old lady that's holding
with the pitchfork.
Yeah, so they're like staged as little girls, but then right beside it is a picture of them at age like 16 reenacting the photo of them as little girls.
I hate it.
I know.
There was a trend for a while to do something like that, but it was more like, we're on family vacation and and then you like go and you recreate it. Yeah. But it's not like a professionally done staged photo.
They like plan this.
I get the ick out of that. That's weird.
Yeah.
I remember our next wedding we had was at Wachesaw.
Yes.
That's where my love affair began, with Wachesaw. I love doing weddings there.
Yeah.
But you and Hannah actually had to go do an elopement that same day. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do remember
So
that.
y'all were
when you were talking about Wachesaw, I was like, did I work at a wedding there?
You got there eventually.
Yeah. But no, we did do an elopement, and it was under, I can't remember exactly where it was.
Was it in Brookgreen?
No, I don't think so.
It was under a big tree.
It was under this like huge willow tree. And it was Hannah and I completely forgot about this. You just like unlocked a memory.
I remember it clearly because I was like, I have to do one by myself with Sarah. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It was fun.
But it was an older couple. They were the sweetest, and it was me and Hannah, the couple, and I want to say the officiant, and I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah.
But I remember at one point, I'm pretty sure the officiant like wasn't 100% sure what to do the whole time because he just like kind of stood there for a while, you know.
Like, what do you do? There's only 2 people. Like, all rise. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
for real.
The squirrel and the bird. It's my ideal wedding.
Yeah.
Just woodland animals. Me.
But no, it was beautiful. It was under this giant willow tree, and like the branches were so long, it kind of just like completely enclosed.
So pretty.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
I love that. I love an elopement, as we know.
Yes.
What do you remember? What kind of like projects we worked on? Because I remember.
I remember
vividly.
I did as many room blocks as I think anybody could possibly do. Like,
Yeah, because we still had fall. We still had fall weddings, so like we were helping prep for
right.
that. I think we had tasks that interns now would never have.
Oh, I'm sure.
We were running the social media.
Yeah, we were running social media. We started the Bible, Dallas.
We created the Bible.
We created the beginning of the Bible.
Yeah, we did.
I found an old doc on my computer the other day. It was kind of like,
and we found the girls all make fun of me because of the watercolor, like heart, all the watercolor teal stuff we use. I'm like, yeah, that was all me. That was all me and Pinterest. No, we started.
We combed Pinterest like for hours.
We did all the blogs.
Yeah.
We did the social. Now we're sitting here with our social media marketing manager doing the podcast, and
yeah,
I'm like, thank God. That was the most stressful part, honestly.
It was.
Posting on because
the 3 dots.
The 3 dots and then all of the stuff.
All the tags,
and
all the
Instagram
hashtags.
Wasn't like as user friendly. It's still not that user friendly, but it was definitely not as user friendly. So I remember we had a notes app.
Oh yeah,
with the caption and all the yeah, me too.
Yep.
With all the hashtags we used to have to use, and then you put the caption, and coming up with the caption was so.
It was so hard,
stupid.
and I remember we had to send the pictures to Sarah before we could post it, of course.
Yep.
But like, if for whatever reason she didn't want to post that one, it was like so hard to find another one.
It was. So we didn't have like current events going, so we were having to pull from others.
Right.
And then also stay on the theme. I made all of the story highlights. I remember that, and rearranged what was it? I was proud of myself for this, and I can't remember what I did. Oh, the bio, like the whole bio. I made it a little cleaner.
Like
I was super proud of
that. Yeah.
And then the other thing we did a lot of Canva.
Oh yes, lots and lots of Canva.
Signage for like events, because we did do a 1-year-old birthday party. Were you there?
Yes. It was zoo themed or like forest or whatever.
It was really cute.
Yeah, it was really cute.
We took the elephants. Sarah's looking at me. She's just like, "What are you talking about?" She taught me how to cut a cake that day.
Yes.
We were at a venue that didn't cut the cake.
Right.
And we had to cut the cake for everyone. And she taught me how to cut the cake that day, and we did it was a huge bottom tier round.
Right.
And that's the tier we had to cut, and so we like cut in a circle. I mean, if you don't know, you should know. You cut a circle rim around, and then you cut that in a slice, and then you do the next circle, you cut that, and then you have the center, and you cut it in slices. So.
Right.
Look it up. That was huge. I had never seen. It was so regular for like Sarah and like Hannah to see, but for me, I was like, a 1-year-old.
I know. I was like, who? I never got a birthday party like this.
No.
Like, what?
I mean, they're not gonna remember, but it was so cute.
It was really cute.
It was so sweet, and now we do it.
It was very.
We do it all the time, and I'm like, why not?
Right. Right.
Now I get it.
Yeah. Did they have a bounce house at that one?
They had a huge bounce house, and I remember something was wrong with it, and Sarah had to go out there, and she was like, "Stay here," like a kid.
Yeah.
Like a mom's getting out of the car, and she's like, "Stay here."
Stay here.
So I stayed inside. I can't remember what was wrong with it. I think it was just not blowing up on time. Or it was supposed to be blown up at a certain time.
Right.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another like story that happened to us. We did a lot of TikToks.
Oh, so many TikToks.
We got really into it.
That was the beginning of TikTok.
It was the beginning of TikTok. At least it was getting really popular because no one had anything to do.
Right.
And we would make, it was so stupid. I don't know if I hope they're not still up.
Oh, I think they are.
But do y'all remember the rock star dance, Fed to Baby?
Oh, yes. Yes, that's what we did.
We memorized those. Sarah probably still knows it. She still knows it. Yeah, we did that. We did like a random like workout challenge.
Yeah.
We did that whole summer. We did a walking step challenge.
Yes, we did. I do remember that. I remember the day that we were filming all of these TikTok videos, we like came up with a color. I want to say it was like pink or something. Like we all wore a certain color so that we would look cohesive in the video. But I remember standing in the middle of that office. There was like barely enough space for us to make this TikTok.
Doing burpees.
And we were, doing burpees. I want to say we were doing like crunches or something like that.
We didn't know what content was. We were just doing it.
Yeah.
And we did our little step challenge. I won the step challenge, and Sarah ended up treating all of us. So I was kind of pissed. I was like, oh, I won. But now everyone gets to have fun.
Everyone gets a prize.
I know. I'm looking at you, Sarah. I won that challenge. Just kidding. And then also, what was that? I was just thinking of something else.
That we did during the...
Yeah, that we did during the pandemic. I can't remember. I remember one time when we all thought we had COVID.
Yeah, I remember we were sitting at the white table, and I have a video of you eating a banana with your mask, but you like pulled the mask up and like put the banana through the bottom of it.
I don't remember that at all.
Really? I'll
yeah,
show
it's
it to
so
you later.
funny.
Yeah.
So Sarah wasn't feeling well, and then we all kind of got paranoid, or I got paranoid. I don't know about you.
You were living with your grandparents, though, so it was a lot more.
I made them go back to their other house in Florence. So I was like, y'all need to leave when I get home. And then it still took 2 weeks a week to get your test back.
Right. Oh, yeah, there was
so we went through a drive-through line in Conway to get swabbed. Right. And then it took like a week to get back. By that time, no one was sick.
Right.
And it came back negative anyway.
Yeah.
That was stupid. In that time, Sarah was sick, and she trusted us as interns to do meetings.
Yes, I did a
that
tasting.
Would never happen, by the way, ever.
No,
I guess we were a different breed, but you did a tasting. I did a meeting with a couple. I think they ended up signing.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember which location. I want to say it was at a hotel. That I went to, and we sat out in the patio of the hotel and did a tasting. And I remember I had my little notebook, and like I would write down like what they thought, like. And I was not going to be here for the wedding.
But you were acting like you were.
Home, but I was, like I'm planning all of this. Like
I had my little question sheet, and I stuck to my question sheet like it was my God. Like,
and I remember they kept asking me a bunch of questions that I didn't know the answers to.
I was making shit
and
up.
So I would write them down, and I would be like, absolutely, like we can 100% do that for you.
Oh, I was making shit up. I was saying, I'll have to check with you.
Yeah.
I'll have to check.
I'll have to check and get back with you.
Yep, that was our go-to. I'll have to check and get back with you.
Right.
And then she also trusted us to do a whole proposal ourselves.
A whole proposal.
But it wasn't a normal beach proposal, which we did have quite a few of those.
We did have a few of those, and those were always fun. I loved hiding and like popping out later.
I loved like watching it happen. That was really fun.
Yeah.
But the one proposal, Sarah had a wedding that day, so we were there for setup and then we left.
Yeah, I was going to say we were there at the wedding in the beginning because I remember she helped us put everything in.
There's a photo of me with like a
big
ring-shaped balloon around me.
Uh-huh.
And we had to get everything in your car, and we drove
a while
to a rural. That's a hard word to say for me, but it was rural
out there.
A rural location, high security home of an ex-FBI agent who was proposing to his long-term girlfriend.
Yes.
And we had to put the ring on the dog. The dog didn't want to run out.
No.
Because the plan was that
they went out to dinner or something.
They went out to dinner, and we snuck into the house. He gave us like a code or a key or something.
Oh, that was so high tech. He was
way before Ring or anything. Like he had security film.
Yes.
And we went inside. We set everything up. We sent Sarah a picture. She said no.
I remember
she was like, fix this. And she FaceTimed us. It was like a whole ceremony's going on. She's like, that needs to go up here. And we rearranged it. And then we had to put the ring on this old golden retriever. He was elderly, and he did not want to run out. But the plan was that
who are you guys?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know who you are.
No.
But the plan was that he would run to mom to the
as they got home from dinner.
He would run to his girlfriend, who was, the dog's mom.
Right.
And he would zoom over there because that's what he always does, apparently. But for the day that he didn't want to do it, he like had the ring on his little collar, the bow tie, and he just like went into the bushes, like peed.
I think he peed on the candles that we had set up lining the walkway.
Yeah, and I was in the middle of the walkway. I didn't step out. I was like, oh, I'm so stupid. And the dog wouldn't go, but anyway, they figured it out. He like caught the dog, and it was cute. They had a little party.
Got engaged, and there we go.
Yep.
Do you remember though? And every time I look at these pictures, it's immediate jail. It's immediate jail. Where we hung the balloon strand,
dude.
And
I don't know what we were thinking.
They had a screened-in back patio.
Yes.
And they like had balloons on a line, and I want to say it was just like
said like "Marry Me"
or some kind
something
of
like that. Yeah.
Something along those lines. And we were told to hang it up. That was like the best spot that we could put it. There was like nowhere else that we could put this balloon strand.
Yeah.
And we couldn't like pin it in because it
was a screen.
Pop the screen.
Yeah.
So we taped it
with duct tape
to the screen, and you can totally see the tape in the pictures.
It's such an obvious no-no, like, but for some reason we're like, yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah. I mean, and I think I remember talking to Sarah about that on the FaceTime where she called us and was like, you guys need to change all of this stuff. And we were like,
we did. We had plenty of time.
We had no time, and we had nowhere else to put it, and we had nothing else to attach it with because we didn't want to mess up this guy's screen.
I think, did we end up putting it on the table?
No, we left it.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh. Does she know that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think at the end of the FaceTime call, she was like, you have to change something with this. And we were like, we literally have nowhere else to put it. And she was like, fine.
Maybe we put something over it.
And I think they were like coming back.
I must have blocked that out of my mind because it probably made me panic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I look at the pictures and still cringe to this day.
It was already, it was cringy.
Yeah.
But
do you remember the cupcakes?
No.
There were cupcakes that, like, once you put them all together, it
you have a
formed
fantastic
a ring.
memory. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
and they started to melt.
Yeah.
We put them out too early, and they started to melt.
Well, he wasn't supposed. They took a long dinner.
Yeah, they were supposed to come back sooner than I think they did. But
yeah,
I remember hanging out there for a while.
We were there for a while.
We didn't get back to like they were. I don't remember what. It wasn't Myrtle Beach. Like we drove for a while.
No, we were in North Carolina, so we drove to North Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, what were we in North
Wilmington
Carolina?
area?
Was it? I don't remember.
It's
I
like
remember
outside
being
of
in the
Wilmington
car for a long time. Though.
Yeah,
and we didn't get back until like
late. Yeah. And I remember we got McDonald's.
Yes.
And Sarah was like, that's disgusting.
Yep.
I said, no,
did we tell her? I thought we talked about not telling her that we got McDonald's because we knew that she would give a shit
spilled at
for
some
it.
point in life. I told her at some point, or maybe I sent her something.
Yeah.
We did get McDonald's at one point,
and
though.
It was so good.
It hit.
It did.
I don't care, Sarah. Fight me on it. No, it was so good. That was like that was my best memory.
Yeah.
My favorite memory because it was just so crazy.
Absolutely.
They were really nice, too.
They were very nice. She was very excited. But, I mean,
they
had been together for a hot minute. So.
Yeah. And she had, like, the epitome of, at that time, Joanna Gaines was super popular.
Yes.
She had the epitome of a Joanna Gaines house. Mm-hmm. Like, brand new, but farmhouse style.
Yes.
Yeah. And we were mesmerized. We loved it. We were like, oh my God,
gosh.
this is so cute.
Yeah. It was definitely in the middle of nowhere, though. Like, we pulled up, and I'm pretty sure the neighbors came out and were like, what are you guys doing here?
I remember it on their four-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yep. He, like, drove by.
Yep.
And we're like, hey, I promise we're not breaking in. No. Look, we're in cute little dresses.
Yeah.
So back to weddings.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice after COVID, like, a huge boom in weddings? Because I did.
Oh,
I feel like after COVID, I mean, also we graduated college afterwards,
right.
So a lot of people were getting married, but
yeah,
weddings just went crazy.
Right. Well, I mean, there was a big boom in everything,
That's true.
Of course. But everybody was ready to get back to groups, large group activities.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they were blowing up.
I have a fact for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A little factoid.
Okay.
In 2020, the first year of COVID-19 pandemic, there was 1.7 million U.S. weddings, which is the lowest recorded since 1963.
Wow.
That's saying something.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure 1963 were we at a war? Don't look at me like that.
Were we?
Oh, I thought you were going to say yes, Dallas. We were.
I don't know.
Were we in a war? Anybody? Probably. Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But the baby boomers were in the 60s, weren't they? And that's because of a war.
The 40s, Dallas.
Cut it. Cut that. I'm the smart one. Cut it. Anyway, a lot of people were getting married in 63. Literally cut that.
Literally?
Cut it. Do you think people waited or did they just elope? I think everyone just waited.
Yeah, everybody waited. Or
I don't know a lot of people.
I heard of a lot of people like getting like courthouse married.
Yeah.
And then
doing a wedding
after the fact.
A lot of people did that.
I actually
even like everything was kind of like that. Like even graduation, like all the girls I knew that graduated in 2020, they came back and walked the stage when I graduated.
Yeah, that's
which was
what I
sweet.
had to do.
Oh yeah,
I ended
you
up
did.
graduating December of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't have any like they sent out a video with everybody's name that like rolled across
so
the screen.
sad.
It was so sad. I was actually a lot more sad than I thought I was going to be about that.
I know, you put in all this work and then you don't even get to walk across the stage.
I know, literally. But they did offer us, or like they made an opportunity for us to come back and walk later.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
What were we going to say about elopement or wedding, courthouse wedding or?
Oh, a lot of people did it over Zoom.
Yeah, I remember that.
Uh-huh.
How sad. We even still, when I started back at SMB, that was 2023, there were still people that didn't want to come to weddings. We did a Zoom, like a live Zoom during a ceremony for people. Yes, for people to watch. And they were all, I mean, not to like say anything, but they were all from up north, so maybe they just didn't want to travel.
Right, maybe.
But there's still Zoom weddings.
Yeah.
And like outside everything had to be outside eventually in like 2021, I think. Right. Everyone could start gathering outside in larger numbers than 6. Right. I remember that. Mm-hmm. And then eventually you could start being inside, but only with masks.
Right.
So I do remember weddings happening and people would have like wedding branded masks.
Yeah.
And they would say like the whatever, and you had to wear them when you were dancing or like when you were inside. Not worth it. Just have an outside wedding or postpone it. I'm glad. I'm sure some people are like, it's just more important that we get married. And I totally get that. But I don't know about the mask.
Right.
I hope everyone still has their branded wedding mask from when the Williams got married.
We had SMB ones. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
I think I still have mine.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't remember. I don't think I have. I don't think I have any of my masks. I think I burned them in a fire.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're like
to
tucked
hell with
away
this.
somewhere.
Yeah. I'll probably have one in my car somewhere.
Right.
When do you think like weddings became normal again? I feel like 2022.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is when
That's when a lot of
having
things
huge weddings again.
Like came back, started to be more normal again.
For sure.
Right.
I can't. Do you have any other funny stories you can think of from our internship? I can't remember what else happened.
Do you remember the one proposal that we were doing at the beach, and we were hanging out we were hiding on a dock or like on one of those
like underneath one? Yeah.
And the house that was right there on it, like everybody came out on the patio and we're like, "What are y'all doing?" And started asking us all those questions, and we were like, "We're trying to have a proposal."
That was one that we met Alyssa.
Yes, we did meet Alyssa
in Charleston, and she came out and helped us. Yeah,
the best.
I got to walk to that proposal because my grandparents' condo was like right down the street. Yep. That was so nice. Yeah. They were cute, and they had a little inside party too. That was cute.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
I remember all of that.
I forgot about that part, but yeah.
That's cute. That was probably all of our events. It was
that was like a lot. Yeah, that was everything.
Which is so not normal.
No.
Like it was just so weird. But now, I mean, we're back to normal. Thank God.
Did we do a wedding at Brookgreen?
Did we?
And it rained?
I
think so. I don't know. There was an outdoor wedding where the ceremony was like right out. We drive into this like clubhouse. Yeah. It was definitely a country club of some sort, and there were a lot of really pretty trees.
Are you sure it wasn't the Wachesaw one?
I don't think I did that one because I was doing the
elopement.
It
was the Wachesaw one. Yeah, it was.
Okay,
yeah.
Well then I just don't know what I'm talking about.
I was about to say, I don't think Debbie was having weddings in 2020.
Really?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. I remember we went there for a bachelorette party maybe.
I think that maybe that's what you're thinking about.
I don't know. I'm running them together now.
Is that the baby? Oh my gosh. Oh. Guys, so the proposal we were just talking about, Sarah texted them and they have a baby now.
How sweet.
That's so cute.
Oh.
Slay for us.
Yeah.
It's an SMB baby.
I know.
Well, it was so nice to have you on our podcast. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's like it used to be a joke, and now it's for real. It's like you have to go on the podcast, and now it's just here. Tell us all your socials, where to follow you, where to find you.
Yes, so you can find me SMB website, of course, Vale and Aspen. My social media, my Instagram is alex.n.bradshaw. You can find me there.
Coolest last name ever.
Thank you. I just like Carrie.
Right.
And yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
you can page her, call her, text her.
Yeah, call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Exactly.
970-431-6644.
Like bleep it out.
I know.
Actually, don't.
That's my business line, so please.
I love it. Hit it up. Follow SMB on Instagram, Facebook, everything. TikTok. Subscribe to our TikTok.
Our TikToks are still on
Our
there.
TikToks are a lot better than they used to be.
Yes.
It's not us doing a workout challenge anymore. And subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast, and we'll see you next week on This Takes the Cake. Bye.